Back, everyone. The Knicks with 46 points in the fourth quarter come back and beat the Rockets 124-118. Back now from the Corner 3 presented by Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer. Tomorrow night, the Knicks are on the road at Toronto. It's their first significant road trip in terms of travel since early January. And with a win, they will complete a perfect season series against the Raptors. They would be a perfect 4-0 against Toronto if they're able to win. Time now to listen to the postgame comments from Knicks coach Tom Thibodeau. As always, presented by Chase.
Coach, you started the fourth, down 11. Could you talk about how you grinded out this win and Jalen's performance?
Yeah, and you have to win games different ways. We knew it would be that type of game, the physicality, playing small, the aggressiveness of it, and then we got in the hole, but we found a way to win, and I love the way we responded in the fourth quarter. Whatever it was going to take, we were going to do, and so the hustle plays, Jalen making big shots, Josh hustle plays, Mikal was unbelievable. We had a lot of guys step up. I thought our bench gave us good minutes. Cat was aggressive, and we needed it. You just got to find ways to win games. And don't let anything break us. Just keep fighting.
You talked about that. You keep fighting. It seemed like how good they keep their heads.
Yeah, and it's all part of it. I think there's going to be a physicality to the game. Sometimes things don't go your way. Then you got to make them go your way. So don't let that deter you from trying to win the game and move on to the next play and have a determination that, okay, whatever it is that we have to do to win, that's what we're going to do. So, and oftentimes it changes with a hustle play. Maybe it's a steal, a deflection, an easy basket, and that gets everyone going. And so, and that's basically what we did. And the challenges keep coming. So we have to be ready for a Toronto team that's playing very well right now.
This game is very much a game on lines, and you've talked a lot in the past about how shot making has impacted your guys' defense, but it didn't necessarily seem like that today. Have you seen growth in that department over the last few weeks?
Yeah, and again, so we're going through an adjustment, obviously, with OG out, different guys stepping in. I thought Precious gave us his defense helped a lot just because of the switchability that we have with him. And they have a number of guys that have great quickness that can go off the dribble, right? And so you have to build your shell, and when we build our shell, we're pretty good.
Does it ever get old for you to just watch Jalen? I think he had 15 in the fourth, but all of them were in the last half of the quarter. Does it ever get old for you to just kind of watch him take over a game?
Yeah, no. Well, and that's the beauty of his game is whatever the game needs, and obviously, I think that the start of the fourth was really good. He got a little bit of a rest there, and the bench guys, Cam and Deuce, and those guys gave us it was a big lift, and then that gave him his rest, and he came back with energy, and then there was a determination by everybody out there to get it done. So there was great communication. There was hustled. People were connected, and when that happens, good things come from that. Yeah, and again, he's a tough cover, and a guy like that, we knew he would be featured a lot more with the guys that were out, and a lot of those pick and rolls are transition type pick and rolls where you have to get your pick and roll coverages intact right away, and if he gets just a crack, he can hurt you, and so the thing I love about Mikal is a guy. He can score, and he's going to come back the next time and do it over and over again, and he never gets discouraged. And sometimes we may fall short, but it's not going to be from a lack of effort. And his willpower to do it over and over again is special, and we need that.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Coach, they're talking about Mikal Bridges, 22 points while he was a plus 29. Led the Knicks in plus minus tonight.
Yeah, he does everything out there. His offense was sorely needed with no OG Anunoby out there on the floor. Defensively, he's guarding Jalen Green. He's guarding Amen Thompson. He's guarding the toughest player on every team every single night, fighting through multiple screens every time down the floor. He's the guy that's getting cracked by a pick every time. And normally it's from Karl Anthony Towns' guy, who's a big guy. So it's not easy what he does. Just an outstanding performance. And, you know, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, they knew they had to step up their game. Josh Hart made some big plays in that fourth quarter, too. And the three Villanova guys really brought it tonight to pull out a big-time win.
You always say everyone is important, but when you look at this one, the third best team in the West, Rockets are athletic and tough. They have interchangeable wings. They're up by 11 coming into the fourth quarter, and the Knicks end up blowing them out in the fourth quarter. I mean, this was, look, they've won 33 games. This is in the upper echelon of significant wins, I think, don't you?
A huge win. Ime Udoka has done a great job with this team, just infusing his toughness, his culture into young guys like that. It takes time, and they've really adapted. They're 32-17. I thought that was a big play at the end of the third quarter to extend that lead to 11, because that's a big lead going into the fourth quarter. But the inexperience showed with the Houston Rockets. That's the one thing about the Rockets. No Van Vliet, no Şengün. Those are two veterans on their team that can get buckets when you need a bucket. Şengün was tough to stop in that first meeting. The Knicks had no answer for him in the post. So they didn't really know where to go to get points. And as a result, the Knicks, I thought, did a really good job of when they got stops, not just holding the ball, they pushed the ball up the floor. In the fourth quarter, that's how you get to 46 points, by pushing the ball and not holding it, attacking in transition.
All right, so the Knicks prevail. Up next, we have highlights from other action from around the NBA, SGA in action doing his thing, and much more next with Victor Wembanyama as well on the MSG 150. Stay with us, everybody. Welcome back, everyone. Knicks close out this homestand 4-1, an impressive win tonight over the Rockets by 6. Time now for the Audi MSG 150 final, the fastest 150 seconds in the National Basketball Association. Hawks, they've lost 8 in a row tonight at Detroit. Jalen Duren jams it down. Fourth quarter, 26 seconds left. Pistons down 2. Cunningham into the lane, ties it at 130. He had 30 points. We're tied. Final seconds for Trae Young. Tick, 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 tick. Young spinning, stepping back, up, and got it. Hawks win by 2. Young had 34. They win it 132-130. Washington at Charlotte. Jordan Poole to Bilal Coulibaly. Jordan Poole actually passed the basketball. How about that? Third quarter, Washington up 12. Kyle Kuzma, the steal, goes in transition. He had 22. Fourth quarter, Corey Kispert grabs the offensive board. He had an excellent game, 25 off the bench. So since losing 16 straight, the Wizards have now won 2 in a row. They win 124-114. San Antonio at Memphis. De'Aaron Fox arriving on the runway, former King, now a Spur. First quarter, Victor Wembanyama. Fox, by the way, didn't play in this game. Wembanyama logo 3, way up. What goes up must come down. Second quarter, Spurs on the run. Stephon Castle, the rookie out of UConn, to Wemby. Oh, boy. Look at that. Worth another look. Wembanyama jamming it down. Final second quarter. John Morant hits a 3 to put the Grizzlies up by 12. They're up right now 102-89 in the fourth quarter. New Orleans at Denver. First quarter, watch this. Jamal Murray to Christian Brown. Off the glass to Michael Porter Jr., who slams it down. They playing horse here tonight in the NBA. Look at this. Another pass off the board. Denver in this game is up by 17. Milwaukee at OKC. Bucks without Giannis, Dame, Middleton, Portis, and Lopez. Isaiah Hartenstein coast to coast for the Thunder. SGA here had 21 in the first quarter. These two teams played for the in-season tournament championship. Milwaukee won that. They didn't win this. SGA gets to the 30-point mark here. He had 34 in a blowout win for OKC, 125-96. OKC is now 19-4 in its last 23 games. That's your MSG 150 final presented by Audi. Mikal Bridges, 22 tonight. His post-game reaction is coming up as the Knicks win tonight by 6. Knicks in action again tomorrow night. They'll be at Toronto. We got the pregame for you at 7, game at 7:30. Knicks beat the Rockets tonight. Mikal Bridges had 22. Here he is after the game with Alan Hahn.
Mikal, talk about that fourth quarter and the performance, not just by the team, but also by Jalen.
Yeah, man, I think it's getting stops. We locked in down there, and then we was pushing and getting going, and JB was locked in and, doing what he does, so, helped us.
The game, like it's that physical. Sometimes you can get easily frustrated by that kind of physicality. What was the difference for the team's mentality with that?
Be physical back. I think that's the same thing. So they physical, be physical too. So I think we were, and another step for us, and we continue to keep trying to get better.
How's the ankle doing?
We're good. We're good.
How important is it showing like this, even without OG in the lineup?
Yeah, it's good, man. Especially when our guys go down, one of our key guys. So the next man up. That's why we have the bench we have, the team we have, and everybody's ready. We just hold down until he gets back.
What was your mindset for the matchup against Jalen? He did a good job was deterring him from getting to the rim and just staying resilient, even though he was getting some of his baskets. Just what was your approach?
Just be aggressive and, just play smart. Like I said, I always got 4 teammates behind me to help me. So it's never one-on-one, just trying to do my job, follow scout, and just play hard.
At this point, do you expect Jalen in the fourth quarter just to do what he does and go nuclear? You think he had 17 in the fourth?
Yeah, man, when we need it. He's always going to be there and do that. And they're going to keep letting him play one-on-one, and we're going to let him doing that. So,
is it tough in matchups like these? Obviously, it's such an athletic team when they're running up and down.
Mm-hmm.
And it is physical to kind of play almost like a tennis match where you guys are going to go back and forth and you got to play up tempo. How do you decide in a game like that when to slow down, when to kind of match tempo or create your own?
I think we just try and play fast no matter what, and then there's times to slow down. But I think we just try and go out there and hoop and play fast and play for one another. So I think now obviously the fourth quarter when it slows down and each possession is valuable. But other than that, throughout the whole game, just trying to keep going. They're switching 1 through 5. It's just trying to play hard and fast.
This was a 5-game stretch against the top teams in the Western Conference. You went 4-1. What did you think of the team's performance during this stretch?
Good, man. I think we're just learning, more time together, and also learn from other teams and picking up habits. I think just, playing against Kings and how fast they play, helped us play faster. Physical teams like Houston, helps us play physical. So just, learning, what we can do better, outside of, practice and everything, going against teams and, taking from that as well.
Yeah. Well, you made the point earlier. I think it's worth bringing up again. Mikal Bridges is always guarding the best perimeter player on the other team. Yeah. And yet he's still been able to put up points.
Well, you have to not let that affect your offense. You have to attack, especially when you're guarding the best player. You want to make them defend also. That's very important to keep that player on his toes and on his heels. But what he does on a nightly basis, dealing with all those screens
and all
that
the
are
minutes
coming,
he plays.
And all the minutes, I know, it's a lot. You obviously have OG Anunoby that can help out guarding a great wing or perimeter guy like a LeBron James, even though he got hurt last game. But Bridges is normally on the best player and leading scorer like Jalen Green tonight.
All right, so Bridges played the D and also scored 22. Knicks beat Houston tonight, 124-118. We'll have a look ahead when we come back after this. Wrapping up the postgame show, we are on again tomorrow night. Knicks are in Toronto to take on the Raptors. Pregame at 7. We'll have the game for you at 7:30. Then also stream our coverage on MSG Plus, now on the Gotham Sports app. Up next here on MSG, it's MSG Shorts. Jalen Brunson and the Knicks, 46 points in the fourth quarter. Brunson had a huge second half. He had 42 points in the game, 17 coming in the fourth. And the Knicks finish up this homestand going 4-1. They beat the Rockets by 6. We'll talk to you tomorrow night with the Knicks in Toronto.